Hello! Well, today, hopefully, we have finally got enough parts to put the Webasto back together. Oh look, bits of my gasket just fell inside there. Should have bought a new gasket, but I didn't, so there's that. But I don't see any reason why it won't work with our shitty old gasket in bits. It'll do for what we need it to do. Right, that's me picked all the bits of gasket back out. Right, so the problem with this to start with was this motor here is fucked. But you can't just buy this motor. Well, you probably could buy this motor if you can find it. I'll try and remember to leave the numbers on it in the description. So that's the motor, which this one will only run. Oh no, it did run initially at 10 amps, but that's only because the power supply could only give it 10 amps. So God knows what it's actually doing inside. But you can only buy a replacement in the whole unit thing with the motor. Lives in that hole in there. And that lives in like that with that on the top. And then your fan, which is here, goes on the top there. And it's one sealed unit. Let me even put that in the shot. Fan inside. Motor underneath, top of motor housing lives in there, and it comes as one unit. This I snapped getting it off, because again, there's no way, well, I couldn't find a way of getting this out without snapping it. And interestingly, so I snapped these off, that's fair enough, that's that. But you see these distorted, melted looking ones, I think this is what happened to us here, that the motor must have seized or started running really slowly and maybe seized, and it's just stopped and everything's overhit because that's all melted and distorted. But I snapped the fan, taking it off to get the motor out, to find out the motor's fucked, and then I went on eBay and got a second-hand replacement unit, and this was it was either £20 and £10 delivery or £30 with £3 delivery, which I thought wasn't too bad. I have tested it, it does spin, it makes noises. All I have to do is basically put that back together, but I thought I would let you see the Webasto in bits at the moment. No, how am I going to do this without dropping the gasket in? No, I know, what we'll do is just pick the gasket off first. How about that? So there's a gasket that goes there. In here is the burn chamber. Will the light come on? Will it? Go on, light. Nah, it's been a dick. Okay, here is inside the burn chamber. There are a few spiders in there. The exhaust for this one, God, can you even see it? There's a hole just there, the very bottom. There's a hole. That's the exhaust outlet. That's the heat exchanger. Those two pipes are your water pipes. He said as he poured water everywhere. There it goes. There we go. More wet feet. In there is the electronics. We'll have a look at them in a minute. There's a multi-plug that does the actual turning the unit on and controlling the pump. That one is the main power. That one's the glow plugs. I can't remember what that one, if it does anything. Oh no, that one's a fan motor. That one could be either outside temperature or fuel pump. But I don't know. Wait a minute. This one, no, fuel pump comes off of that one. Water pump would have been one of these ones, but this one doesn't seem to control this water pump. We just have to do it by ourselves. So, what is left to do but to put it back together and see if it works. Oh shit, no, the burn chamber, that's what's missing. So here is the burn chamber from the Webasto. It's similar to the other heater's burn chamber. Similar, but not the same. So in these, there's a lot of shite usually. I've chiseled most of it out. It injects the diesel into is it a wire mesh? Either wire or some sort of flame retardant type mesh down the very bottom. You can see it there. You can't get to it. You can't change it. Well, you can sort of. So people are selling refurbished versions of this on the internet. And what I think they're doing is cutting these three tabs. There's like 1, 2, 3, that one as well. These other ones aren't attached, they're just sitting there as spacers. If you cut that off, I think it lets you into the mesh and you can replace the mesh, clean it out, put it all back together, and then just weld them back up again, and that's you've now refurbished one of these rather than spending, I think it's like 150 quid on a new burner. Anyway, fuel injected into there, there's a mesh, and that's the glow plug hole. There's a glow plug sitting here somewhere. Ceramic glow plug, similar to the Chinese diesel heater ones, but this is it's a square and perhaps made of strange exotic materials. If it would focus, that would be even better. Focus. I've checked this works, I've plugged it in the power supply and it draws current, so. But again, look at that, it's been hot as well. Whenever it's stopped and overheat. Still works, so we'll go with that just now. Right, I shall reassemble this and then we'll have a go at firing it up. Right, let's pull in tight for reassembly. Okay, burn chamber inserted, glow plug squashed into place. There is a rubber gasket that goes over the top of everything. That could do with being a bit more. Get some of the shite out. Maybe fit a wee bit better. A little bit. Right. That right? Doesn't look right. All the holes line up. Do they? Do they holes? Okay. Wait a minute. Wait. I've already got a gasket on this one, so we might not need that gasket. That can go over there then. And then this is just the burn chamber motor assembly. And it sits on the top. Where does it sit? That way. Must be that way. Must be that way. Oh, can you see the, right, see the fuel pipe here? It has to poke through this rubber hole here. Which confused me the first time when I tried to disassemble it and it wouldn't come apart. And I was like, what the fuck's going on here? And then I realised that the fuel feed tube actually goes through the whole assembly. So, that squishes down at there. The wires poke out at the top end, so you can plug them into the controller. And then it's a matter of putting all these screws back in. Okay, that is it. Essentially reassembled, ready to wire up and connect and see if it'll work. So I'll bring you around so we can look at the wiring now. Okay, here is the wiring. So that wire there is for the fan. Wait, can it only, please tell me it can only go in one way. No. God damn it. I should have paid attention which way it came out. Because if you put it in the wrong way, it's going to spin backwards. Oh, that's not much fucking use. Wait, can it go in backwards? Let me try it. I mean, that doesn't feel right. It feels right going in that way. Let's try and put it in backwards. Does it go in? Thank godness it doesn't go in backwards. Thank God for that. Right, that is the fan wire. This is the glow plug, which shouldn't matter which way it goes because it doesn't care. As long as it gets voltage and current. And by here, I was lucky enough to get a sort of chopped bit of wiring. But I didn't know I was going to get this wiring, so I ordered new wiring to go with it, which I got from a website, which I will put a link to in the description and on screen now. They are, was it Futuranet, and they sell the blocks, and you can pick as many of these wires as you want. I just chose two because I just needed two. One is the feed out to the fuel pump, which is my blue one, and my yellow one is the signal wire to turn it on. That goes into the multi-plug. And I also ordered the big power plug as well. Big power plug that plugs in. I've already broken it once, which is really great. That was marvellous on me with a screwdriver. Doesn't come with wires, just comes as a plug. I'm not, this Futuranet didn't sponsor this website, they didn't give me the stuff for free, but their service was fast and polite, and they included free gifts in the thing I ordered. There was like a little notepad and a pen. Hey, it's not much, but you know, it's enough to, yeah, well, yeah, I'm recommending them in this video. So you've got a power wire, which only also goes in one way. I've already snapped it once. That plugs in there. And the last one is the multi-plug, which also, it's got 6 pins, but they're offset and they only go in one way. And it's not that way. It is that way. So that gives us our connection. So main power, the feed wire, which you connect to your positive, and that tells it to turn the whole thing on. And the blue wire for this one is the positive pulse out to the pump, and the other negative side you just connect to your negative supply. I'll put a diagram on the screen, and I'll try and leave a link to one in the description. Basically, it tells you which of these pins you want to put to what wire. Like this one is the trigger wire, and this one is fuel supply, and I think this one of them's the diagnostics connector line that you can plug in, and there's a few others. Beware though, I found out that this plug is numbered, but the numbers don't match the pins inside, so it's better to go by the reference. Like that might say pin 1, but I think it's like pin 6 in a different diagram, but it's the pin nearest the big power plug, and that one's the one furthest away. So I think we're ready to give it fuel and power and connect up water and a pump and then turn it on. Oh God, let me walk you around this hideous setup. Firstly, we've got the jug of water in the tap, 12 volt pump, back to the Webasto, which is unfortunately hanging at the moment because I couldn't get the bracket off, so I can't like mount it anywhere to set it, so it's just hanging on the wall. Into there, back up, and then back at the jug. We've got the big 12 volt 50 amp power supply, which is supplying the heater itself. And what else have I connected into it? Oh, one of the negatives goes to the negative side of the fuel pump, which is there in the pink thing sitting on top of the other heater. We've got a positive feed onto one crocodile clip. Oh, I've managed to wrap it round. Oh God, help me. Wait, stop. Here we go. Okay, onto one of these crocodile clips, which, well, the red one. So I can use that to connect to the orange wire, which is now an orange wire to a black wire to make the trigger to see if it will turn on. Okay, and the only way I'll actually know if it's doing anything is to peer around the side of the jug and look at the power meter and see if it goes up above. I think this power supply like draws 20 watts when it's doing nothing. So as long as that goes up to 100 and something watts, then I know the glow plug's working. And oh God help us, here we go. Let's just turn it on and see what happens. I should say then the 12 volt pump here is just connected to the power supply, which will turn on once I actually hear it doing something. So let's fire it up. Right, that's all wired, so now we'll just turn on the mains. Loud bangs? No loud bangs? Good start. Hold on, let me just set it to watts. Okay, right, so it should be sitting there doing pretty much nothing. Okay, and then we're going to give it the positive trigger. I have the end of the wire, and we'll connect it up to the positive trigger. And hopefully, like the fan will start spinning, it'll start doing something. Hey! Noise! Right, turn the pump on. Oh, I can hear blowing. I'm just gonna come around the corner so I can peek into the... So it's currently consuming 50 watts, which is fair enough. I want to see it go up, hopefully, because going up will mean that the glow plug is working. So far, nothing yet. We'll give it a minute or two to see if it does anything. Okay, I am totally done with these fucking Webasto heaters. This one doesn't work either. So I've disconnected it all again because it was pissing me off. When it was all connected with the fuel pump, the fucking, you know, electricity from the battery, from the power supply, trigger a wire, activate the trigger, spins the combustion fan for 3 seconds, turns it off, spins the combustion fan at full power for a minute. You know, like it's doing a cool down cycle, like it thinks it's overheat. Which, going by the look of the fan, it has overheat at some point. I've tried the reset procedure of, well, unplugging it. It's the same as pulling the fuse for 30 seconds, plugging it back in. Didn't make a difference. I tried the one where you plug it in, turn it on. It's like turn it on for 3 seconds, pull the fuse or disconnect it, and then wait for 3 seconds and then reconnect it, and it should start back up. No, that doesn't work either. No combination of unplugging, plugging, or anything makes it do anything differently. So I'm pretty much ready to put this in the bin. Well, I'll probably take this the blower fan back off it because that works perfectly. Put that back in eBay and then fuck the rest of it in the bin because I'm kind of done. And because, well, you could buy the cheap Chinese version of this for about the same price as a good one of these. And, well, I'm on my second one now. Second or third. One of them didn't arrive. So this is like the third one I think I've tried to use. Does not work. I can see why there's forums filled with people having problems trying to do things with these. And this is the one that's supposed to be easy with the board. So unless anyone has one of these with wires, etc., ready to run, that all I have to do is plug in 12 volts and give it a feed and, well, obviously connect a fuel pump, I'm done. If anyone has one of those and wants to either send me it or sell me it, I'll buy it and try it, or try it and send you it back, something like that. But other than that, I'm totally fucking done with these Webastos. Sorry, it's not happening. I'd rather go back to playing with the Chinese ones and making a shower out of the big one. But hey, that's it. Well, fucking sorry, etc. But thanks for watching, or not watching. You might as well thumbs down this video because it was shite, essentially. Fuck it, I'm done.